Slavery had a positive effect on the economy. In the South, cotton replaced sugar as a major cash crop produced by slave labor in the 19th century. Cotton was the most important American export and was the mean of labor for three-fourths of the slave population. A main reason that slavery was not being abolished during this era was because of the profits that came along with slavery. The North was much more industrialized than the South was. New Orleans was the only southern city with significant size, as the South did not experience the same urban growth as the North. New Orleans was also the world's largest exporter of crops grown by slaves. Many Northerners believe that slavery slowed down economic growth. The North accounted for 90% of the nation's manufactured goods, leaving the South with only 10%. However, the South showed how slavery and economic growth go together because money earned in the cotton trade helped to finance industrial development in the North. When the African slave trade was abolished in 1808, the United States developed an internal system of trading to replace it.
With the slave trade ending, new slaves were not something that could be brought in when old ones died, ran away, or aged and became unable to work. This was a problem for the economy because it took away from the amount of labor offered to slaveholders that used them for cotton production. This meant that cotton could take longer to produce, package, and sell, and the slave owner had lost money spent on a slave that had become useless or ran away. There was a lot of economic benefit from the new internal slave system. Southern states were able to earn revenue through the taxation of slave sales. Another advantage of cotton was cotton's compatibility with corn production. Corn was able to grow earlier or later than cotton and could be harvested before or after, so corn production allowed slaveholders to take advantage of slave labor when slaves were not employed by cotton. Because of this, both cotton and corn gave the South a huge advantage. Due to extremely high demands for cotton in both New England and Britain, the price of cotton remained high, which allowed money to flow into the South's economy. In 1860, the South contained the 12 wealthiest counties in the United States.
Keeping slaves healthy was important because they were needed to do the work that provided such a large profit and benefit to the economy. In his book, Carry Me Back, Stephen Daly states, "Of primary concern was the health or soundness of a slave. Therefore, in most states, sellers had to inform purchasers of all known health problems, and if none were listed, it was presumed that the individual being sold was sound." Slaves were beneficial because they were the working foundation of cotton picking, and it would not have been a successful business without them. Daly also states, "The South took pride in the fact that their region had remained a pre-modern society with traditional values, social arrangements, and labor relations. And it was to these traits that they attributed their section's prosperity and success. Yet the defenders of the Southern way of life failed to notice one of the most important components underlying the region's undeniable wealth. That is, their pre-modern society was propped up internally by a modern and market-driven domestic trade in slaves. Even if most owners did not regularly participate in this traffic, the increased capital gain that their slave force represented was frequently used to finance their operations and to provide economic security for their families."